I always get asked about how I use the outer planets as a traditional astrologer. One of the big differences between modern and traditional astrology is sign rulerships. And so in traditional astrology, if you like, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto kind of get kicked out or demoted in that we honor what's called the Thema Mundi, which is the original teaching birth chart, which highlights how the planets connect to the signs. So we kind of stick with that rather than inserting the modern planets into that house rulership model. And so when I work with the outer planets, you will see them in my birth charts. I'm absolutely looking at things like aspects from Uranus or transits from Neptune. I'm just not assuming that they rule the houses in the birth chart. So I would look at the place in terms of the house of the outer planets in the birth chart, and I would pay special attention to any aspects that some of the quicker moving planets like the sun or Venus or the moon, or even the ascendant ruling planet, which could be Jupiter or Saturn. I really want to know what planets in the birth chart are aspecting Uranus, Neptune or Pluto. So I tend to use Uranus, Neptune and Pluto by aspect rather than by anything else. Sometimes by house placement is relevant. You know, if someone's got Pluto in the 7th house of relationships, we might need to talk a little bit about how power dynamics show up in relationship for them. If somebody's got Uranus in the 10th house of career, we might need to talk about how they find freedom or how they honor their individuality at work, or whether they need to make sure they're on a little bit of a rebellious, totally authentic path for them professionally. So I do absolutely use the outer planets, but just differently from how a modern astrologer might use them. And the big change is not using them as sign rulers and focusing on the house placement and the aspects that the outer planets might use.